Ladies and gentlemen, update 4.9 is right around the corner. Reality as we know it has shifted and revealed a brand new balloon modifier, Phayze Bloons. Phayze Bloons have a protective reality altering shield which blocks all damage from the first hits it takes. When the shield breaks, Phayze Bloons bend space for a final rush forward. Phayze shields can appear on any balloon type, so no strategy is safe from this new threat. Alongside the introduction of the Phayze Bloon, we will also be covering all of the balance changes in today's video, so let's hop right into it. Alright, so the first thing you might notice here inside of this sandbox testing is there's 4 balloon modifiers. One comes in round 8, which I'm pretty sure is the regrow modifier, yep. And then the camel modifier comes in round 12. The Phayze modifier comes in round 15. And then fortified modifier comes in round 18. Now, the thing about these Phayze Bloons is actually activate and see how much the prices go up. It looks like it's roughly... what is that? Okay, I'm looking at the patch notes, it's 1.75 times the price. And if I were to send a Phayze yellow balloon, for example, the way it works is you can see this is a Phayze altering shield, and when you pop a Phayze balloon, it actually jumps forward. You see that? And the other thing that's noteworthy about the Phayze Bloons is it doesn't matter how much damage you're dealing. So if I had a cripple mob, for example, it's still going to take 2 shots to take down a Phayze yellow balloon. It doesn't skip over the layers, if that makes sense. So basically, it can make your rushes a lot stronger, especially, like, if I had a Ring of Fire, for example, here, and I'm sending rainbows, the Ring of Fire is not going to deal with these rainbows because they'll jump forward and skip the Ring of Fire's range. So you'll have to build your defense in a certain manner to deal with Phayze Bloon rushes. It doesn't come to around 15, which means it's not as threatening as a lot of other rushes, but still could cause problems for sure. And one other thing I'm wondering here is if the Phayze Bloon layer has the same property as the balloon you sent. So if I send a Phayze purple, for example, can this hit it? Okay, I can't. That actually makes things interesting as well, because now if you have a Ring of Fire strategy, normally you'd be able to defend purples pretty well with a setup like this, right? Like if I send purples against this, I should be able to defend. Because we can pop some on the front end and then we can clean up the rest on the back end for the most part. Yep. But against Phayze Bloons, we have to pop 2 purple layers and they're going to jump forward. You can see none of the purples are even popped at the start of the map. And we leak a decent amount. Oh wait, you can send Phayze Moabs as well? I did not know that. 1 second. Okay, this is actually cool. So I'm assuming the Moab is the same way, where, yeah, you pop the Phayze layer with 1 shot and then it jumps forward. That just makes Moab rushes like so much stronger. I think it jumps forward 10% of the track length. So in reality, you're spending 1.8 times the cost to make your Moab class rush skip 10% of the track. However, in some circumstances, especially like all-out rushes, that can make your rush so much stronger. And it'll also allow you to layer rushes better. Like, for example, if I were to send a BAD, and then I can send a Phayze fortified BAD behind this. Watch what I'm talking about. We have a sniper down, and we pop the Phayze fortified BAD layer. Okay, it actually doesn't one-shot the Phayze fortified BAD layer. I think it's 1% of the balloon's total health, so it's actually gonna take a couple shots to pop it. That's fine. Just wait for this guy to jump forward, yep, and then they layer on top of each other. The fortified BAD actually passed the regular BAD. That is really weird to think about. I think it's cool that you can apply it to blimps, though. That's definitely a nice addition. Last thing I want to test, though, is a group of ceramics, the round 24 ceramics. It costs, what, 3.2k to send? This is one of the strongest rushes in the game. How expensive would this be if I apply every single balloon modifier to it? 35.8k. That is crazy expensive. I wouldn't recommend doing this, but I think, like, I don't know, maybe like a Phayze regrow ceramic rush could be interesting. All right, before we go, there's one last thing I need to test out. I need to test this out. Lots of times with Spike Factory strategies, your plan against DTs is just having a perma spike pile in the back of the map, right? And that can defend DTs for you, that can defend balloons that get far. But what if I send a Phayze DT and it goes all the way here, then you pop the Phayze shield? Do you just instantly die against the DT? Is that what happens? Let's see. Oh wait, crap, okay. The Spike Factory actually caught those. We'll have to clear out the spike pile and try that again. All right, take 2 on this. What happens against the DTs? Okay, did not clip them at the start of the map, that's good. Do I die to them? Do they skip forward and kill me? And it looks like they do. Oh my gosh. Okay, Spike Factory strategies are going to have to be careful about this new Phayze Bloon. I mean, I guess it doesn't change that much because the Phayze health layer is so small that even if you just have something like, I don't know, something like this at the start of the map, which can hit every single DT once, then you're going to be fine against it. Well, actually, I need to put this on last technically. Wow, it's kind of hard to target it to hit all 3 DTs. Huh. I assume people will find ways to defend these Phayze Bloons without sweating too much. It's definitely just an interesting mechanic to think about and a nice way to kind of switch up the rushes, in my opinion. I don't know. Either way, since this is a developer build, unfortunately, I cannot PvP people, but what I can do to showcase the Phayze Bloon in action is the Hero Challenge, because I think Ninja QB did introduce it to the Hero Challenge. We will go against Agent Jericho here, and I think maybe 30 rounds? We'll do 40 rounds. And as for the map, let's go Dino Graveyard here. With the classic Benjamin Dartling. We'll go Spike Factory in here as well in Village. Why not? Well, maybe Spike Factory wasn't a good idea because of the Phayze Bloon rushes, but we'll see. Here we go, Agent Jericho. We're 1v1ing now. Let's go with the Dartling at the top right. It's been a while since I've done this hero challenge, so it's kind of fun to revisit this. Jericho is definitely looking interesting here. We will get Ben Hameen down round 1 though, of course. Now, Jericho's not going to be able to send the Phayze Bloons until round 15, for example. But that means, so we'll have to survive that long to be able to see them in action. I want to see him send the Phayze Moabs too, for sure. Okay. A little bit of a layered rush coming at me. I've got to be careful against this. Plan here is basically just save up for the Powerful Darts Dartling, which might take a little bit of time. Oh man, that's going to be a lot of leaks, isn't it? Jericho, don't kill me, please. Thankfully, they stopped sending me green balloons. That would have been dangerous. We're good, though. We're so good. I feel like my strategy is going to be decent against the Phayze Bloons, though, for a couple reasons. One, we have Spike Factory, which can build a nice pile in the back. The problem with Spike Factory, as we kind of talked about beforehand, is if the Phayze layer reaches your Spike Factory, you're kind of doomed. But that's where Dartling comes into play, because Dartling can easily pop that Phayze layer early, for no matter if it was like a blimp or a balloon send. At least that's my theory. And then Benjamin's going to buff the Dartling quite a bit. You've got Village to tie everything together, give you extra eco, give you extra income. It should be pretty solid. At least that's my current analysis. We'll have to wait and see. We are passing the income goal of 380. If we stole the rounds effectively, that should help us out a lot, especially because there isn't any balloons on the enemy side, obviously. So I think we pretty much solely determine how long the rounds are, which is, oh, they're stealing from me. I did not know that happened. Okay. But yeah, we pretty much determine how long the rounds are, which is completely different from a regular match where it's you and your opponent determining how long the rounds are together. So I wonder if the steals from Jericho here kind of come at the same timing as if you were to regularly play against a Jericho person with the hero Jericho. I think the first steal came at the end of round 4, so that's pretty much the normal timing. Oh, they're balloon boosting at me. 1 second. Let's get a second dart. Oh my gosh, wait a second. Holy cow, they sent me camos and regrows in round 6. I did not know Jericho has got it like that. Okay, let's lock in here, guys. There's going to be some rushes coming up that I just do not expect because in a regular match, you can't send that type of rush until later. Lucky for me, I already have camo detection, so it wasn't really a problem for me. They also sent me yellow balloons on round 6 as well, which are not sent until round 7. We've already used one of my tower boosts. Lucky for me, though, I have Benjamin, which gives you back tower boosts later in the match. Oh, another rush incoming. Let's use Benjamin ability here. I think Benjamin... Oh, are they sending... They're sending Phayze. Wait a second. No! No, they're jumping forward! Oh my gosh. Benjamin's rushes are insane. Did you see how the balloons were teleporting forward? They're sending Phayze Bloons on round 8, guys. Round 15 is when that thing unlocks. No! No, 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 no. Oh my gosh, I'm almost dead. I'm actually almost dead. Maybe Dartling wasn't the play against this hero in Hero Challenge. I need that Hydro Rocket Pods like desperately here. We are still past the income goal, which is the last thing I've got going for me. And we can still stall these rounds a little bit too. Alright, sell this, sell this. Get you up. We're safe. Hydro Rocket Pods is finally on the field. Okay, he's in some Phayze Bloons. Watch out, those are going to teleport forward. We should be fine against it though. Let's get a village down. We're still past the income goal here. Stole around, stole around. Okay. We're somehow alive. That got scary though. Oh, more purples. And these are Phayze purples. Region camo Phayze purples. How do you have all this money to send this rush? Oh my gosh. That is an expensive rush, bro. 3 modifiers on group purples. Okay, let's go for another village. Monkey economy, nice. We are still past the income goal, and I have 2 village farms down, which is really good. Another rush is being sent. Let's get laser shock on you. There's no Phayze Bloons in this one, it's only camos. We're chilling. I'm definitely feeling more comfortable now that I've got the Dartling up. I wonder if Jericho, like when Jericho does the adjustment, Bloon adjustment, if it Bloon adjusts Phayze Bloons into the regular Bloon sins. I'm guessing that's a yes. Yeah, it looks like there are some Phayze Bloons coming out. Okay, that's interesting to think about. Let's use Benjamin ability. We should be fine against this. Yeah, we're good. This is really interesting though. I'm definitely liking the new Bloon. I think that's gonna spice up the rushes quite a bit in this game. Back to max ecoing. I should get a spike pile on the back. I definitely should. Especially because I'm pretty weak right now, as far as life count's concerned. And the spike factory is also double discounted, which is nice. We are still past the income goal, but the income goal is slowly creeping up on me, so I have to be careful about that. Okay, fortified ceramics. We're good against these. The phase layer on the balloons is 1% of the balloon's total health, so it's pretty much 1 HP for like all the balloon sins, but if you get into the mob class layers, it can be a little bit more than 1 HP for the phase layer. Okay, they're rushing me with something. Oh, a Moab. Okay, there was a balloon boosted Moab and it teleported forward because it was a phase Moab on round 16. I should be fine against this though. We are actually a good bit ahead of the income goal now, which is really good. Hydro Rocket Pods is definitely the upgrade I needed. Before I had Hydro Rocket Pods, we were struggling quite a bit, but now I'm feeling somewhat comfortable with my setup. The biggest thing I'm scared of is if Jericho sends me like a huge phase regrow fortified tight ceramic rush. That is what I'm worried about. Oh, I can actually read the next up thing too. I never even noticed this was coming up. Like, it was telling me what the rushes are. A dense rush of pink balloons mixed with some camo regrow greens. Okay, that doesn't really sound like a rush that would be sent on round 17, but who knows? Maybe the next up thing is not accurate. Either way, we appear to be defending everything fine. Some purples being sent, we're good against those. We're actually like 800 ahead of the income goal now too. We're pulling away from it, which is really nice. Let's get deadly spikes on you. Fortified Moab. Let's upgrade the Startling. Multiple fortified Moabs. The second one was Phayze, so he actually layered the fortified Moabs on top of each other. Interesting. I should be fine against these though. Benjamin did hit them with the thing. And some leads behind it are not going to be a problem either. Okay. Right. We're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. I think we've passed the hardest part of the game, which was just the start. At least that's my hope. Late game with my strategy should be somewhat easy. We've got Spike Factory, which has some strong 5th tiers like Super Mines, Perma Spike, Carpet Spikes, and then we've got Dartling with strong 5th tiers as well, and then we'll have Village, which can give Jungle Drums buff, home and defense buff. I feel like our late game is easy with this loadout. What's Agent Jericho got up his sleeve as far as rushes are concerned? Alright, Moab. I think this is a phase Moab. No, it's not a phase Moab. What am I saying? It's just a regular Moab. I should have actually waited to pop it too. That was kind of dumb for me, ending that round quickly. Alright, round 21 AI. We've got a bunch of ceramics jumping forward. And they're sending a decoy out too. And another BFB behind it. Okay. You know, it's a lot, but the way I'm gonna defend is by farming. Yep, I don't care. Okay, I think we need to save up for a plasma accelerator afterwards too. That's my plan as well. Dude, that's 3 BFBs though. Maybe going for that village was too greedy. It probably was. They call me Ryan Mehalic for a reason. Let's get this up. Okay. The good thing is that if you send like a phase BFB or something like that, the balloons that come out of the BFB are not phase property, right? So you don't have to worry about the insides of the BFB jumping forward a ton, which would be really scary if that were the case. Let's get Jungle Drums on you. Oh, Buckshot was the wrong cross path. Ability. Let's use downgrade ability in case I send anything behind this fortified ZMG. I probably used that a little bit too early. I wanted to test out the Bloon denial system because I remember I was looking at the patch notes before this, and the Bloon denial system actually has some Moab knockback now, which is really interesting. So I want to see if that applies to ZMGs. It doesn't look like it can knock back ZMGs. It maybe only knocks back the lower Moab class layers. It knocks back BFBs a little bit. You can see they're getting stunned slightly. Okay. And they're sending me tight mobs behind this all. Alright. Let's lock in here. Oh, the tight mobs are jumping forward too. There was Phayze tight mobs. I should be fine though. Plasma Accelerator plus Bloon Aeronaut System is a really strong combo. Yeah. We are completely good. Okay. No tight ceramics were sent though. Even if they send tight ceramics at this point, we should be fine against that too. With the 2 4th tier Dartlings we have. At least I'd like to believe so. We're absolutely dominating this income goal though. Like, we have double the income goal. I feel like that's kind of a cheat code for this hero challenge, just stalling the rounds. It makes it so much easier, since your opponent can't anti-stall. 1 DTs, that's not going to be a problem for me. Right? Let's get White Hot Spikes on the Spike. Oh, wait. No, Spike Factory in the back is fine to defend DTs, because I can pop the Phayze layer with my Dartlings. I don't have to worry about Spike Factory for DTs. I think we just build this to a Perma Spike next, to play it safe. Guys. Permaspike has been bought. Ooh, tight Phayze BFBs. Okay, that was interesting. They all jumped forward. I think I'm fine against these two, though, with the 4th tier Dartlings. These have a ton of Pierce, especially the Plasma Accelerator. And also, the Bloon Aeronaut System knocks back the mobs. You can see that kind of in action at the top. Dude, that Bloon Aeronaut System knockback on the mobs is so powerful. It doesn't work against ZMGs, but it's pretty consistent. I know this was an underpowered Dartling upgrade like before the change. Pretty much no one used it. Everyone used Plasma Accelerator instead. However, it might be overpowered now. That knockback seems really strong. I know the knockback also applies to the Bloon Exclusion Zone, so I'm wondering if that can knock back ZMGs. I'm curious as to it, so let's definitely get the Bloon Exclusion Zone up. We have the money for it. And I guess we'll just keep village farming, because why not? Okay. Big Moab Rush, all Phayze. Look at the jumps forward. That is so funny. We should be completely fine against this, though, once again. Like, come on. We've got too much money. If you can just beat out the income goal by a good amount, then the hero challenge does not appear to be too easy. I mean, appear to be too difficult. At this point, we're kind of just seeing what type of rushes Jericho has to offer and how the Phayze Bloon interacts with it. But I doubt I'll have any troubles defending. At least that's my hope. What I can do here soon is get a bigger Monkeyopolis. That'd be pretty interesting. We've got a lot of monkey cities here. I think I'll stop my eco when round 30 hits, because we'll probably have to defend BADs. Yep, let's stop eco there. I really want to see if this Bloon Exclusion Zone stuns ZMGs. Alright, let's get Monkeyopolis right here. Perfect. They sent me a decoy. Alright, let's get this into a Call to Arms. And they're sending me a fortified BAD. Okay. Call to Arms was probably... Well, the Permaspike power is actually going to get eaten up here fully. That's either good or bad for me. No, we're defending. It's fine. And we do stun the ZMGs with the Bloon Aeronaut, or Bloon Exclusion Zone. Alrighty. Dartling, like, has a stun now, which is really weird to think about. That was, like, Dartling's main weakness. It had damage, but it could not stall Moab class Bloons at all. So, the Bloon Exclusion Zone being able to do that, and the Bloon Aeronaut System as well, that changes things up a lot. Insides are not a problem, though. I think we will get a Super Mines around here, probably. Oh, DTs. Watch out, watch out. We should be fine against this. Look at the stuns, look at the stuns. Yep. Being able to stall DDTs with the Bloon Exclusion Zone is crazy. Let's get the Super Mines up now. Okay. I need to test in Sandbox mode after this match if the Bloon Aerodynamic System can stun DTs. Like, the Bloon Aerodynamic System can't hit DTs with a projectile, but if you had, like, an MIB, for example, you know what I'm saying? Or, like, a Glue Strike, which allows you to pop lead. Alright, Homeland Defense. I'm actually going to use the Homeland Defense ability too, even though there's no blimps on the screen, just because it'll allow me to build up a bigger spike pile. Oh, and they're sending me ZMGs. 1 second. We should be fine against these. Especially if I can afford Ray of Doom soon. Which, let's just sell some of these villages off. Ray of Doom. And the whole thing is just gonna get absolutely obliterated, yeah. It's not even close, guys. It's not even close. Bloon Exclusion Zone's kind of crazy now. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, regular BAD, it jumped forward. We still don't have an MAD on our side, but that's fine. We don't really need it at the moment. We've got more than enough defense. And it is gone. Okay. I wonder if Jericho is gonna send like one last big rush before round 40 ends. Because that is when we win the hero challenge, if we hit round 40. Or, I don't know if it's when we hit round 40 or if when we pass round 40. We'll see about that. One other thing I can do, which I forgot, is a cool thing you can do with Benjamin, guys. Is it's like level 13. I don't remember level. I think it's like level 13 or something, Ben. Oh, wait a second. We have to defend these. Okay, that's actually a lot of BFBs. Homeland defense, homeland defense. All right, with homeland, it's not that many. We're completely fine. But it's level, what is it? Level 14 bin, where it gets you an additional tower boost and balloon boost. You can actually micro this. So if you can see here, I have 4 balloon boosts, 3 tower boosts. If I upgrade it, I get 5 and 4. And then if I micro bin, I can technically get infinite, which is really cool. This isn't really good. This is not really practical to get in a regular game because you're not really gonna have money for this, but it's a little cool trick you can do, I guess. Okay, they're rushing me. They're rushing me. Lock in here. Abilities. And the whole rush looks like it's getting absolutely obliterated. That was all you had, Agent Jericho? A decoy and like 4 fortified BDs? Come on, buddy. You know it's not going to work against the big Mehalic. Oh, even DT's but come behind it? Nope. Not a problem at all. And we can micro homeland defense too. Which, yep, we shouldn't have any problem there. Okay. I think that's a GG, ladies and gentlemen. It was a good try, Jericho, but you can't beat the big Mehalic, unfortunately. No matter how hard you try, it's not going to work. Oh, some fortified Moabs. And they go nowhere. Fortified ceramics behind it, too. Nope. Final round. Let's defend this BAD real quick. Last rush. And it is going absolutely nowhere, it looks like. Come on, final BAD. That's pop. Yep. ZOMGs. Micro homeland. Moabs. Getting stunned like crazy. Battle has been complete. Jericho goes down. Nice. And last but not least, the one thing I did want to showcase or talk about in this update is some of the patch notes, because I read them beforehand and some of them are pretty interesting. Inferno Ring is getting reduced in price by 10k. I rarely see that upgrade used, so I guess that's a good change. For the Monkey Ace, it's getting reduced in price. The Bomber Ace is getting that price change though. Sky Strider is getting increased in damage. The Mob Missile Blaster Ace is getting increased as well, so I think those are definitely good ace changes in all honesty. Sky Strider is definitely an underpowered ace, so nice to see that getting some buffs. Dartling, we talked about this beforehand with the knockback effect to mobs and BFBs, and then Bloon Exclusion Zone, I didn't actually know this. The projectiles can now hit all balloon types, so you don't need the MIB for Bloon Exclusion Zone to pop DTs now. Benjamin's getting some nerfs to the bank hack, that is definitely necessary. I think Benjamin honestly might need even more nerfs with that, just its overall income. I see Benjamin strategies all the time. DJ Benjamin's finally getting a buff to its range, that is a huge buff, and something that was 100% needed. Star Captain Jericho's ship capacity is getting increased to level 20, and then Fate Weaver Dora is getting an increase in Pierce to level 3 ability. Let me know your thoughts though in the comment section down below about the new update. Definitely excited for the new Phayze Bloon. Ryan, like out. Peace guys. Have a good one.